Good morning, July 27th, 2021. So already I've caught a couple of spoilers, and everybody that I know is posting on social media about this, which, if it follows the general rule, means next everyone is going to be asking me on my YouTube channel, hey, did you see the trailer yet? So I will just go ahead and post a reaction video. You'll know that I've seen the trailer. I don't know what I can contribute, but here we go. Where's the volume on this laptop?
Mental health and Windows and Intel gives me versatility.
Don't you love Facebook ads? They're so helpful. I always buy their products. Alright, here we go.
You're a great mom.
I don't know. I'm fine with Trevor. But with Phoebe,
she really keeps me on the outside.
That's normal. She's an awkward, nerdy kid.
Maybe
the potato chip gun?
To start fresh.
I just wish she'd get into some trouble. There's still time.
What are you doing here in Somerville anyway?
We're completely broke, and our grandfather left us this creepy old farmhouse in the middle of nowhere.
Your father wasn't much of a homemaker. He could hardly keep the power on.
You're saying he left us nothing?
Well, I wouldn't say nothing.
You went with the station wagon?
It's the only one that had an engine. What is happening here?
Somehow, a town with no fault lines is shaking on a daily basis.
Maybe it's the apocalypse. Egon came out here for a reason.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night? Do you experience feelings of dread in your basement or attic?
I knew that light moved by itself.
Family ever seen a spook, specter, or ghost?
You guys hear that?
Something's coming.
The whole city. It's like The Walking Dead.
Yes!
Ghostbusters, we're ready to believe you. We're closed.
Interesting. Yeah, I like the Annie Potts. I like the Dan Aykroyd at the end. First confirmation of, you had a Bill Murray line of dialogue in the previous trailer, but to actually see that they have been on set and filming stuff, or the implication, you didn't really see Aykroyd's face. I knew that light was moving by itself when Callie was in that room. A very brief clip, and people are like, no, that's just this or that. No, the thing is intentionally moving. The camera is locked off, and the light is in two different positions. Now, this is the trailer breakdown with Jason Reitman, so I want to watch this next. I'll just leave the whole thing rolling. Hang on, let me back up and unmute it. What is with the potato chip cannon? That's just crazy. There we go.
Director of Ghostbusters Afterlife, and we're going to be looking at the trailer today. Historically, Ghostbusters movies were always about people going into business. It was about people starting a
Every one
business
of them.
together, and I suppose I knew immediately from the beginning that I wanted to make a movie about family. This is a movie about the Spengler family. The Spengler family is disconnected, and this movie is about why.
That's Ray's farmhouse, isn't it, guys?
I don't know. I'm fine with Trevor.
Yeah. That's confirmation, I guess, that these are the grandchildren of Egon, just like the first trailer made obvious as hell, and yet people have been debating it online, saying, no, that's misdirection and whatever. Well, there's your confirmation, Spengler family, from the mouth of the director. I knew when they actually included the name Egon in a line of dialogue in the trailer, I was like, oh, come on. They're doing that specifically to shut the people up that keep speculating that it's something other than what is patently obvious in the first trailer.
You know, a teenager, this would be the way you found out about them. You'd go online, and just like many things these days, there would be people who believed, and then there would be people who didn't believe, and there'd be conspiracy theories. We wanted the movie to unfold like a mystery. Why is this family here? Who was their grandfather? Why did Egon come to this part of the country, to Somerville, Oklahoma? Why this house? What is under the floor? You know, we immediately recognized this piece of iconography from the 1984 Ghostbusters film. My connection with Ghostbusters always had to do with this ephemera. It was the packs, it was the traps, it was the car. A lot of this film for me was the thrill
Preaching to the
of
choir.
like to discover all these things in your home.
Your father wasn't much of a homemaker. He could hardly keep the power on.
Now, Janine, there's nothing more thrilling than being reintroduced to the characters we love from the films that we grew up on. And it was really exciting to work with Annie Potts again on Janine. And as you can see, she is still the most stylish person in the universe. We get the sense that Janine is still connected to Egon Spengler. In the 84 film, she was in love with him, and clearly she still has a connection to him, and that she was, you know, attempting to take care of him in his older age. This was one of the first ideas that ever came to me, was Ecto-1 wheat drifting. We rebuilt Ecto-1 from the ground up, put a Corvette engine in it, and made it so that we could do all these things practically. And by the time it came back, you could actually smell the toasted barley coming out the front of the car. PK meter is one of the great pieces of technology in ghostbusting. We associate it completely with Egon Spengler. It was his device. It's not just the way it looks and feels and moves. This iconic, enormous character that was echoed in some ways through the 89 and 2016 films. And we knew we didn't want to do that again. And we thought, how do we reinvent Stay Puft? What if he was tiny? And we immediately identified these gremlin-like creatures who enjoyed watching the world burn. Any violent thing we could think of that we would want to do at a Walmart when we were 5 years old. Anyone who's a fan of the original film will recognize those pink streaks from 1984. We were always attempting to go back to the original recipe and recapture as much as humanly possible. You're also gonna see a skeletal ghost in this section, and our Terror Dog is a mix of puppetry and beautiful CG. There's a spectral form of the Terror Dog as well in this trailer. You know, something about the original, when you try to kind of break down the way that Terror Dogs worked in the original film, there were gaps left in between the possessions and the moments in which you saw the mechanics of the Terror Dog mythology, and we wanted to explore what spectral Terror Dogs looked like. So one of the things that we studied was the running of the bulls, and the way those bulls will smash into storefronts and then find their footing again, and the way that their hooves lose traction on the bricks. This shot is also the tail end of a recreation of a shot from '84 of Ecto-1 flying out of the firehouse. We wanted to put ghostbusting in motion. We wanted ghostbusting, going 65 miles an hour through a small town where
Atari with ghosts.
Kids were being put in danger the entire
That's
time.
a line from the
Let's
84
talk about
novel.
TV for 1 second.
85
so,
novel.
One of the delights
By
of putting
Mueller.
ghostbusting it really gives each character a unique task. Someone drives the car, someone hangs out the side on the gunner's seat and throws the wand on the ghost, and someone operates the RTV. What I loved about it is the way that it brought this group together. If you think about the ghosts that were in the original, and there's only a few in the original, right? You have Slimer, you have Stay Puft, you have the ghost that comes out of the subway, and you have the taxi driver ghost, and you have the librarian ghost. And they look completely different from each other. Something happened to Slimer over the years, and people started thinking of him as the Dalmatian of the firehouse. When the original Slimer was an angry
Dalmatian.
dude and very scary, and we really wanted to get back to that. Well, first of all, obviously, we see the red phone getting picked up at Raise a Cult Books, so for any fans of the 89 film, they will recognize one of my favorite locations from that film that we recreated down to the detail, down to the smell, frankly.
I think the red phone in the movie
is because
a dial,
like
and that red phone was a push button. I think if you look at the Blu-ray, it is a rotary phone.
We're closed.
Won't recognize this tattoo on the arm of Ray Stans.
And the tattoo seemed to say 612. Doesn't he say 712 by mistake?
I remember Revelation 7:12.
Apparently he got it right finally before he got the tattoo.
Check out the trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife again.
I don't know, it'd be funny to me if the tattoo was a 7 and then he had to go back and have an overdone of the 6. Like the coworker of mine that got the Roman numerals of her children's birth dates backwards. Interesting stuff here. Glad to see the terror dog in that one shot. Hope to see more of that. Hey Zach, you've got a new trailer to watch and a new trailer breakdown by Jason Reitman. I didn't think you were up, so he's even put on Ghostbusters clothing. I'll let you watch that. So hang on just a second.
You went with the station wagon?
It's the only one that had an engine.
Ghostbusters, we're ready to believe you.
We're closed.
Huh?
What'd you guys think?
It was good. It was great.
Did you recognize anybody you'd seen before in there?
Aykroyd and Jenny and Pot.
Mm-hmm. I saw Zach smile when the Ecto revved up. Maybe we'll get our Ecto revved up before premiere of the movie in November. So.
Maybe so. I hope so.
Well, camera's about to overheat. I didn't react a lot to that, so I probably won't post this video, but thank you for watching.